So in this video, I wanted to come and share with you ladies some hormonal changes that I had in my body after my cosmetic procedure. And for those of you that have not been following my journey, you can click a link anywhere around here or click on my previous videos, sharing with you guys my experience and my journey with my full tummy tuck, liposuction of the lower flanks, and diastasis recti muscle repair. After my full tummy tuck, I experienced some changes in my body that was not only physical changes, but also hormonal changes. And ladies, I just feel like this is something that we need to be aware of and also pay attention to our bodies when we have procedures like these. I experienced some significant hormonal changes, which is why I wanted to document my journey so that way I can come and share with you ladies, just in case you may have been going through things like this and just could not quite put your finger on what was going on. I had several hormonal changes, but to be specific, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about my 3 main hormonal changes. So the first one that I would like to tell y'all about is that I experienced extreme hunger after my cosmetic surgery. My first 2 weeks of my recovery, I was eating great. I was eating very light. I just had like soups and salads and things of that nature, and water and maybe smoothies. My husband was making me some really healthy salads and really healthy meals. And I was getting by with maybe eating once or twice a day with salads and soup, and also having smoothies and drinking teas. I drank a lot of pineapple tea. And I'll go into detail with you guys about drinking pineapple tea after any cosmetic or any surgery that you have. It is amazing. So I experienced extreme hunger. After 2 weeks post-op, my hunger sensations shot through the roof. I was eating like a ravenous monster. Like, I was literally eating a lot. I could not get full no matter what I ate or how much I ate. Like, my body was telling me we need more nutrients. We need more proteins, and we need more sustenance in order to heal everything that you just broke down in your body properly and quickly. So basically what happened was, my first 2 weeks I was eating very light, and then my body obviously was telling myself, hey, we need you to give us more food in order for us to heal properly. So I mean, I was eating everything in sight, y'all. I mean, there was nothing off limits. There was nothing off limits. I was eating crazy. Like, I was craving meat a whole lot. I was crazy. I was craving meat. I was craving tons of carbs. So extreme hunger was one of the hormonal changes that I experienced. I went from eating twice a day to eating maybe 3 or 4 times a day, and they were full course meals each time I ate. They wasn't no little dainty Little Women type of plates. These was full blown man plates. Okay, I was sitting down with full blown man plates. All right. So I have not seen anyone talk about being extremely hungry after your cosmetic surgery. I don't know if anybody else has had experienced that. If you have, ladies, please comment down below and let me know that I am not by myself and I was not crazy, okay? So that extreme hunger lasted for about 6 weeks. So it started 2 weeks post-op and went all the way until I was about 6 weeks post-op. And then my appetite went to normal. And so how I know that it was my body trying to adjust and get me to eat more nutrients so that it can heal properly is because after that whole stint of me eating like a crazy woman, I weighed myself and I had not gained any weight. None. 0, not 1 pound, not 1 ounce. Okay. So that's how I knew. I was like, man, I'm eating all this food all of a sudden, just eating like a mad woman. I probably done gained about a good 10 pounds, but I didn't gain not 1 pound. So that's how I knew it had to do with my hormones and my body letting me know that I was not feeding it enough nutrients to repair itself. So ladies, that is very important. After you have these cosmetic surgeries, you need to make sure that you are eating properly, that you are giving your body enough sustenance to actually repair the damage that you have just done to it. You need to make sure you're hydrating yourself really well, because remember, your body cannot heal without proper nutrients, especially with something like that. So you can't have these surgeries and be like, oh, I'm gonna do a smoothie diet until I'm, until I'm healed completely, or oh, I'm gonna just eat, I'm gonna eat once a day, or I'm gonna be fasting, soups. Like, you cannot do that. Your body is going to demand a huge amount of nutrients and proteins, vitamins, in order for it to start repairing what you just broke down when you went and had the surgery. So keep that in mind, y'all. If y'all have not experienced that, I mean, everybody's body is different, but I know I experienced that, and I know my body shut me down real quick and was like, look, sis, these soups and salads is not gonna get it. We are going to make you feed us what we need in order for us to repair this body of yours, okay? Don't limit yourself to just soups and salads and smoothies after these surgeries, you guys. Please feed yourself real good, healthy meals, because that's the only way your body is going to draw nutrients and energy and all the metabolizing that it needs to do in order to start the healing process and to heal properly and to heal in a timely manner. So hormonal change number 2 that I experienced, and I don't think this is a bad thing, is that, ladies, I missed my period. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really wants them things anyway, so let's just say that's a win. But that was a hormonal change that I experienced after my cosmetic surgery. I skipped a whole month of my cycle. A whole month of my cycle, okay? So I had my surgery May 1st of 2019. My cycle should have came May 19th. However, my cycle did not come until June 19th. So yeah, so that was one of my hormonal changes in my body. Ladies, please be aware of that. If you're not having any sexual intercourse and things like that during that time, just know that your period can also be missed during this time, because remember, when you go and have these cosmetic surgeries, you are disrupting your natural hormones in your body and your natural hormone levels, your estrogen levels, your progesterone levels. Everything is out of whack. So your body is trying to find its happy medium after going through all of that, because your body was not expecting any of this to happen to itself. So after the surgery, your body is scrambling, trying to figure out what's going on, and it's trying to put things back into perspective. So missing your period is also something that can happen after your cosmetic surgery. The third and final hormonal experience that I experienced after my cosmetic surgery, ladies, is that I started lactating. Yes, I literally started producing milk out my boobies, legit. First of all, my tubes are tied. My tubes have been tied for 12 years. So there is no reason that I should have been lactating. I am not pregnant, could not get pregnant, ain't nowhere near trying to be pregnant. So yeah, that was new. I noticed it about my 3rd week post-op. I was getting out the shower, and I noticed there was this white stuff dripping on the top of my foot, and I was like, okay, maybe I left some soap somewhere. But then I started looking around, and I noticed it was coming from my nips. So I was like, oh, okay. So I started squeezing it just to make sure that it was actual lactation. Squeezed it, and yeah, it was definitely milk. Definitely. So after I noticed that I started lactating, I contacted my doctor. I did not contact my surgeon. I contacted my regular physician. So she had me make an appointment to come in to do blood work to make sure that I was in fact not pregnant, which I knew that I wasn't, because like I said, my tubes have been tied for 12 years. So there was absolutely no way. I did blood work. We also tested my progesterone levels. Because lactating when you're not pregnant can be caused by several things. It can be a sign that you have breast cancer. It can be a sign that you have a tumor somewhere in your brain. It can be a sign that your progesterone levels are extremely high in your body. And so that's why she wanted to do all that blood work. Lactating while you're pregnant could be a sign of breast cancer. However, she asked me what the color of my breast milk was, and it was the regular white milky color, you know, as it's supposed to be when you're breastfeeding your baby. And so that's when I knew that it didn't have anything to do with breast cancer, because if so, it would have been like a very, very clear liquid. And y'all, I even tasted my breast milk. I even tasted it just to make sure it was the right type of fluid that was supposed to be coming out of my nips. I tasted it, yes I did, and it tasted perfectly fine. It tastes like sweetened condensed milk that comes in the can. So she brought me in, we did all the blood work, everything came back negative. And so she told me just to to refrain from having any kind of stimulation in my nipple area. And she said that it normally just goes away within 2 or 3 months, and which it did. Like I said, I noticed I started lactating 3 to 4 weeks post-op, so that was in May, and I noticed around August everything dried up and stopped. So that lasted for what, 2 to 3 months. The reason for the lactation after I had my surgery is because due to the anesthesia. When it's all said and done, because I did my research and so did my doctor, when anesthesia comes out of your body for a female, lactating can be a result of the anesthesia coming out of your body. Lactating can also be a result to the pain pills that you were prescribed or to the muscle relaxers that you were prescribed after your surgery. So my body just was reacting to the anesthesia coming out of my body and the pain pills and the muscle relaxers that I was on, because this is something that my body does not come across every day. So this was new to my body. So make sure that you are aware of what's going on with your body after these procedures, not just paying attention to the physical changes, but also paying attention to the hormonal changes as well as mental changes too, because you can have mood swings and everything like that. So that's the reason why I wanted to make this video, because I dealt with some hormonal changes and I wanted to make sure that I put that out there, that this is something that can be a side effect to your surgery. Now, if you have experienced any of these hormonal changes, or if you have noticed any of these hormonal changes in your body and you have never talked about them, leave a comment down below and let me know if this is something that you have went through, or if you have not even had the surgery yet and you're doing research. I want you ladies to be aware that you can have hormonal changes as well as physical changes to your body after these cosmetic surgeries, okay? So that's something to watch for and to pay attention to. Pay attention to your body, always, ladies, okay? All right, ladies, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the very next video.